Okay, well, I was speaking on it just now, and you can go and get the book by going to producejustice.com. But what I was talking about just now, four-wallism and open airism, and all about religion, and all about the religion of white supremacy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the book is about. I mean, under the seventh area of activity, religion, I talk extensively about the religion of white supremacy being the strongest religion that's proven that their practitioners practice it to the hilt. Everything they say they believe in, that's what you see them doing. And I've seen other people of every other religion cut corners on their religion because they have been forced to.
Yes.
They've been forced to take parts of their religion and put it aside, all right, on account of there's so much pressure on them not to be a Buddhist, not to be a Muslim, not to be a Jew,
yes, sir,
not to be a Christian, all right? So, but the white supremacists, they are the only people who say, hey, you pick out any part of our religion that makes us strong, because our religion is about being strong and powerful and kicking non-white people around. Pick out a part of our religion where we don't do that, and you can't find no parts. I mean, they are the only people that I know of who practice their religion all the way. They don't cut corners on nothing.
Nothing.
They don't cut nobody no slack. So they're the most powerful religion that I have ever seen or heard about, all right? And certainly witnessed and experienced, because they definitely trump my religion and seem to trump every religion that I've seen, been introduced to. It seems like people kind of wimp out when it comes to dealing with the religion of white supremacy. I mean, I've been around a lot of people. I was raised up in the Baptist church, and, I've seen people talk about doing good and all like that, but I noticed everybody in my church was black, okay? And then later on, many years later, under the same banner of the same cross and the same religion and the same Messiah, I'm looking at my newspaper, and there are people who say that somebody's a white supremacist, walks into a church and just shoots people who are worshiping.
Mm-hmm.
And then walk out and say, yes, I did it. So what? Okay? So I'm saying this religion of white supremacy got a lot of power to it. That's one thing I have witnessed. It's got a lot of power. People might say they don't have no power. I see people hopping out of their way and doing what they say do, even when it goes against their own religion, because the white supremacists come around and say, oh, yes, that was a part of your religion that we authorized a little while ago, but now, particularly when this comes to this thing called molestation and sexual this and changing genders and all like that, we know that your religion said that something about that's something that you don't do. Well, we're saying that's something you better do. And if you don't do it, you're going to be ostracized. You might not be able to, in a few years, to get a job, all right? Because that'll be on your questionnaire. If you don't believe in scatter sexuality, in non-genderization, in absolutely getting rid of the genders among non-white people, I mean, then you cannot work in this place. But getting back to the point, go to producejustice.com, and I say a lot about that in the textbook for victims of racism and in the word guide, which is an addition to it. Producejustice.com.
Okay. Producejustice.com. In the remaining moments, here's a email. You guys have mentioned about movies. Mr. Fuller has mentioned about the movies that we should view. How about books? For example, the book that was advertised today, Sex Code Wars. Mr. Fuller, are all these materials relevant to destroying or dismantling the system of racism?
Oh, the Sex Code Wars?
Yeah.
Now, I have glanced through that book. It's written by Mr. Kahari Inaharo.
Yes, sir.
And I say that, hey, I didn't see anything in the book that people should not read and whatnot. So I say that's a book that will probably, it's got illustrations in it too. It's got pictures in it. My book doesn't have pictures, and pictures are excellent for presenting ideas and whatnot. So I can say that that's a book that I would say that people can look at if they wish to, and maybe should. I have a copy, all right, but I haven't read it because I got so many books. I have to really, I'm embarrassed so much because I got about maybe 70 or 80 books that I've been trying to get around to reading for years. All right, and I haven't even cracked them open yet. And I got more books coming in.
Wow.
That I know that I will never get to. Because, like right now, I would be reading. But what am I doing? I'm on the air. I'm trying to do what little bit I can for the little breath that's left in my body. But that won't be long before I won't have that.
Okay.
I got to tell my audience right now, I'm 88 years old. And so my time ain't long.
Okay.
I'm in the countdown category.